Hi, friends. I'm Anthony, the priest artist, and I'm coming to you with another devotional moment. Again, I'm Anthony, the priestly artist, and I'm coming to you with another devotional moment. This morning, I want to talk about peculiar. Peculiar, sort of, kind of defined as strange, but it's a more of another level, if you will, of strangeness. From the dictionary.com, peculiar means strange, queer, odd, uncommon, unusual, distinctive in nature or character from another. And pretty much peculiar, as the Bible speak of peculiar, that is what it's saying. It's distinctive in nature or character from others. Peculiar doesn't mean the same as, or identical, if you will. It stands out as different, uncommon. It's distinct in nature. And that's what Jesus have came and gave us. Those that are Christian, he gave us laws and standards to stand out. As the saying goes, uh, let your light so shine. As one of the things that he had preached on the Sermon on the Mountain. Let your light shine. We're a city that sits on a hill. We can't be here. In other words, we are peculiar. And what makes us peculiar is the standards and the laws and bylaws that we keep and hold. I want to invite your attention to First Peter. First Peter, the second chapter, verse 9. First Peter 2:9. It reads, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light." We are a peculiar people. And as peculiar as we are, you know, it's, people could, we're not going to be in every group, and we're not supposed to be. We have, there's some Christians, and I am conscious of this too. We don't want to be uh, uh, displayed off as someone that's crazy or lunatic, or someone who's not in touch with the present, or someone that's out to lunch, and we're not conscious of what's going on in the present. We are, we are, and I, for one, I do carry myself in a way because we're dealing. Uh, we are here on Earth, and by being here on Earth, we have earthly duties, and we have things that needs to be done and taken care of, and we interact with the public and so forth and so on, and doing that, there's a certain amount of consciousness that we need. We're not to be walking around looking spaced out like we were so peculiar that when the alarm ring, we don't understand that it's ringing. Why is it ringing? You know, we're so peculiar that when we get hurt and we can't seek proper help. It doesn't mean that because I go and take a flu shot that my faith is not in God. It doesn't mean that at all. Now there are some Christians who choose to not to take medicine, and there's nothing wrong with that. But uh, God has given the wisdom and the knowledge in the scriptures, and over time have revealed uh, to us and to the world about certain medications and certain things that can be helpful, that can help us. I'm not so peculiar that I can't socialize with people on the job in a friendly way. I mean, not so X-rated, but I'm so antisociable, and my head's so stuck in the air that when they say hi, I'm like, wait, who are you talking to me? No, like, who are you talking to? No, no, I'm not that peculiar. That's just plain rude, you know. Yeah, but that's a certain level of consciousness that we need to have. But yet, doesn't mean that we compromise all our standards and bylaws and so forth to try to be like the world or there's certain communities and so forth. We have to function within the community and within the world, and we have to interact. And I can still do that by holding the standards of Christ. I don't have to let down everything, that Christ said not to do, that I just slide by. Certain things that I'm not saying that we should sin. I'm not saying that. What I am saying that uh, by interacting with people from a day-to-day basis, that's a level of consciousness that we have to have. And let's go on to Romans, the 12th chapter. Romans, the 12th chapter, verse. Let's see. We're gonna go to verse 12 is what we want. Verse 12 of Romans, and it would be verse 1, and it reads, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren." Paul said, I'm begging you, I'm admonishing you, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies, as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Uh, we are to present our bodies unto God. We are no longer our own. It doesn't mean that we don't have the freedom to do certain things. We belong to the kingdom of God and to the kingdom of His dear Son, which is Jesus Christ, and we have duties. And within those duties, that's what Paul is saying, that we need to present our body as a living sacrifice, meaning that we have uh, duties and roles to play here on earth, and it's going to take a sacrificial life. It's going to take us a sacrificial life. Uh, the work that I do, people said, "Oh, well, why he's in non-profit?" Because this is the work that God has given me. God has given me this publication, which is free publication, and the mission, and this is my duty. This is my sacrificial duty that He has given me here on earth to do, and this is what I'm doing. And we are to present our bodies a living sacrifice unto God, holy and acceptable unto God. And it's nothing extraordinary. It's our reasonable service. You know, people give their tithes and give their offering, work at the soup kitchen, uh, help to give out donations, help in counseling, help in a OSHA board, and then they expect to get paid. Well, certain things, yes. I mean, we have earthly wages that is due to us. Isn't as good? But there's two pays. There's pay that we do down here, and we get physical or tangible pay, and there's a spiritual pay. And the spiritual pay is not only what we're going to receive afterwards. We're going to we are receiving the benefit, reaping the benefits right now through the kingdom of God. And it's not no more than our reasonable service to pay our tithes. It's no more than our reasonable service to go and visit the sick. It's no more than our reasonable service to help those that's in need legitimately. It's no more than our reasonable service to go and visit the ones in jail, to go and witness and help one another. It's no more than our reasonable service to love one another, to want to help, want to see one another prosper. It's nothing extraordinary that we're doing. It's our reasonable and peculiar service. That's what make us peculiar. That's what make us stand out. That's what make us different from others. You know, we're not looking at well, what I'm gonna get paid. You know, she's oh, uh, it's an announcement that come across the church board or the announcements, and such and such in need of such and such, or this need that, and the first thing come across on there, she needs something now again. Here we go again. She needs some. He needs some. Or they need some. What I'm gonna get. It's not about that. It's not about that. Now, if they mismanaging their money, then that's when the pastor will come in and to help them to see to investigate. Is there a legitimate need? But if there is a legitimate need, it's no more than our reasonable service to help supply that need. Not what is it in for me, what I'm getting. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. I don't do what I do for people to pat me on the back. People praise me, and I welcome that praise. But I don't get that. That's not what fuels me. That's not what motivates me. What motivates me is what I'm doing. I'm doing for the kingdom of God. God is what motivate me. He have given me the command, the commission to do what I do. God is what gave me free publication. And that's what inspires me to get up and do. Not what I'm going to get. Yeah, I'm going to get, and I am getting, and I'm reaping the benefits of doing what I do. And I'm reaping it. I will reap it more when he returns, when Jesus returns. And it's no more than our reasonable service. It's no more than our reasonable service. Uh, and peculiar, some may call it crazy, because you're doing that. Well, that's what makes us peculiar. It's not crazy, you know. And peculiar, it doesn't mean scam. We're not here to scam one another. That's what makes us peculiar. What we do, we're doing it legitimately, sincerely, from the heart. What I'm doing is not a scam. I'm not out to scam folks. This is what it's not about. That's what the peculiar work that I have, that God has given me. I legitimately want to help people. And I went to school to legitimately help people professionally. I'm not out to scam people. This is not what it's about. I'm not to try to destroy somebody else's work, or to hurt someone physically or mentally. That's not the work that God gave me. I have a peculiar work. We are peculiar people, and as peculiar people, we're not to try to harm one another. Let's see, can we witness someone and see how can we scam them? It's not what this is about. Uh, we are peculiar people. The work that we have is huge, is broad, is universal, is bigger than us. Some people think because they're not because I'm not or you're not part of a certain congregation, then it's not of God. That's God is a God that we can't even fathom. He don't just dwell in one particular small little set of one denomination. God have things going on that we don't can't even comprehend. God have things and people in missions and in play that's going on that we don't even can't even comprehend. It's way beyond our small little uh, congregation that's locally. You know, God is a. I'm trying to fathom the word. I'm trying to come across the word because big would be it's an understatement. God, what God has going on through His Son and through the kingdom of God is broad, real broad, and so many people and commissions has been issued out. And when I kind of come across that, and we will see it, and we will acknowledge if it is of God. We will see it, and if we don't can't understand it right then and there, let's wait and see if it's of God. We are peculiar people, and as peculiar people, we should have the grace of God, and Jesus is the grace of God, and we should have the love of God, and the love of God. God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. We are peculiar people. And let us be that peculiar people. Let us grow and continue to grow in the knowledge and the wisdom and the mission that God have given us. All right, my friends. I'm Anthony, the priestly artist, and this has been another devotional moment. God bless you.